fact that people are letting our own president tear this country apart, tear its citizens apart. I mean, they're pitting everybody against each other. They want race wars. They want all this crap going on. They want everything with the police going on. You know why? Because if it gets bad enough, he can declare martial law and he gets to stay in office and continue to screw up the country even more. So, how about we stop seeing the color? I know what you're going to say. I know what some of you are going to say. Oh, well, Lindsay, you're white. That's easy for you to say. Of course you can say it. You're white. You know what? Screw you. You know what? It's time for you to grow up. Stop playing the goddamn race card. It's done. You're not a slave. You're not oppressed. You're not being forced to do anything you don't want to. Grow up. Okay? We all, every single one of us that's living here now, our ancestors were immigrants. Our ancestors came from somewhere else. Unless you came from freaking royalty or you came from the upper echelon of those other countries, guess what? Every single one of us at one point in time in history had an ancestor that was a slave. Get the fudge over it. Deal with it. Okay? Freaking deal with it. You think your ancestors had it bad because they picked some cotton and they got whipped. Well, at least they weren't thrown into a giant arena and forced to kill their own countrymen, kill their friends, kill their families, kill other people just for sheer entertainment. They didn't have to fight wild animals and literally fight for their life just for entertainment, just so they wouldn't get whipped, just so they wouldn't get beat. Oh, and if they lost their fight but didn't die because someone showed them mercy, well, then they got beat. They were used as sex slaves. So, you know what? I hate to say it, but your ancestors, they didn't have it the worst. They had it bad. They didn't have the worst. Okay? Everybody can date their ancestry back, and I guarantee you will find at least one ancestor was a slave. I'm white, and I can tell you right now, if you track my ancestry back, you're probably going to find a couple slaves. Does that mean that I'm oppressed? Does that mean that I should be paid retribution because back in Roman times, my ancestors were slaves? No. You know why? Because it has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me in my life right now, today. So if you can trace your ancestry back to slavery, no matter what era it was in, you aren't owed shit. You aren't owed anything. It has nothing to do with you in your life right now and the choices that you make in your life today, right now in 2016. What happened back then has nothing to do with right now. You are not owed anything. You are not oppressed. Okay? If you are down here and you think you should be up here, well, then guess what? Get up off your ass and work for it. You know? Do like everybody else did. There are plenty of black people in this country who have worked their butts off their whole life. They overcame adversity and oppression. They were told, you can't do that because of the color of your skin. Guess what? They did it anyways. They said, screw you. And they worked their butts off. They came from nothing. And they worked. They didn't have money. Parents couldn't afford to send them to college. They had to work 2 and 3 jobs in college just to pay for college. And you want to sit here and go, oh, well, I can't go to college because I'm black. I can't get a job because I'm black. Bullshit. Bullshit. Color of your skin has absolutely nothing to do with your aspirations for yourself and for your future. If you refuse to get a job, it's not because the white man is holding you down. It's because you're a lazy piece of crap and you don't want to go get a job. If you refuse to even try to go to college, it's It's because you have zero aspirations for yourself, and you just want to be a whiny little brat who thinks the whole world owes you everything. Get off your ass, have some aspirations, have some goals. Make something of yourself, and stop blaming everybody else because your life isn't the way you want it. You think my life is the way that I want it? No. Is that anyone else's fault? No.